Hi, my name is Jeremy Koling. You may know me as Big Jerm. I'm from Indian Trail, North Carolina, and today I'm going to show you what's in my bag. I'm going to start off with the drivers. I have 3 different D1s that are all different variables of stability. I have my most overstable that I use for thumbers, overhands, flick rollers. Then I have these 2 other 400Gs that I use for headwind shots, sidearm skip shots, any sort of approach shot that needs to spike down and stay put. Really like those. I get a lot of use out of those. Then I have my D3. I have 3 of those in my bag. I have 2 400 series that I really like for big long shots. It's probably the longest disc in my bag. I get a lot more glide than I do with the D1, but it also will turn a little bit more, so that's why you get more distance with it. It's good for sidearms, good for backhand, flex shots, really good out in the open or in the woods. And then I have one that's a little bit more beat up, my signature series. It's a 400G, and I use this for technical shots and rollers. It's considerably more flippy than the 300 series, or than the 400 series, but it really makes up for the stability, the lack of stability with its ability to stand up, late flip, and I really get a lot of use out of this too. That's pretty much all I use for the D series. I'll go to Fairway Drivers now. I have 3 F5s. This is a disc that I put in my bag recently, and it just immediately fit in the bag. It just made sense to me. It was something that I could throw forehand, backhand, really straight. If I throw it flat, it would go straight. A little bit Anheuser, it would hold an Anheuser without cutting, rolling. And a little bit of hyzer, and it would hold a hyzer and stand up just a little bit. I also have a 167 that I use for flip-ups. It's a little bit less stable than the max weight ones that I throw for most of my straight shots in the woods, but this is good for tricky spots where I need to throw something with a lot of hyzer that will stand up late and finish on a turnover. So really get a lot of use out of the F5s. I also have F3. This is a really nice disc for me. I have been throwing this for headwinds, tailwinds. It's a little bit more stable than my F5, so I can trust it to hyzer pretty much every time. I have one that's been in my bag for a little bit longer that I will throw for stand-ups that are still a little bit more stable than the F5, but it's just a little bit more versatile for the wind. All right, for the mid-ranges, start off with the most overstable. It's my M1. I use this for short approaches, for headwind shots, for pretty much anything where the wind could play a factor. I go with my most overstable mid-range, which is my M1. I also have an M2 that I really like for flick approaches up to 300 feet or so. It will stand up a little bit if I throw it hard, but it's also really stable. So if I throw it at slower speeds, it can stay straight, but also always has a hyzer finish. So the M2 is a really nice disc for that type of shot. I just started working with the M3, the 300 series M3s, and I love the feel. I love the grip. I love everything about the way that it feels in my hand. The flight's almost even better because it just goes straight and it's true. Just like any mid-range you'd want. If you throw it with hyzer, it'll hold hyzer. If you throw it flat, it goes straight. A little bit of Anheuser, it'll go Anheuser without cut rolling. So it's really predictable. I've been using it for shots up to 350 feet and for shots as short as 200 feet. So it has a lot of versatility. Now, probably my favorite disc that we make, the M4. This was my immediate go-to disc. This is the first disc that when I grabbed it, I threw it, I just knew it immediately. It made sense to me, and it has been my go-to since I started throwing Prodigy, since this thing came out last year. I've got 2 of them in my bag. This is my straight one that I use for most of my approaches. You'll probably see this disc on tour if you ever watch any of my rounds. This is my flippy one that I have beat up considerably, and I use it for trick shots in the woods, short cut rollers, pretty much anything that you need to be really flippy, but it's just something that I find when I'm in trouble, this thing helps me out a lot. And that's all I throw for mid-ranges. So I'll go to my putters. I'll start off with my throwers, which is a PA2. I use the 400 series plastic. It is really nice. It's overstable. I can throw it really hard, really flat. I can probably throw this thing up to 375 feet if I really get behind it, because it can hold any sort of angle you put on it without turning over. It's really reliable for wind, for any sort of short approaches, little flick approaches where you're trying to run at the basket but not go too far past. It's really good for that. Then I'll go to my PA1. This is probably, with my M4, the oldest disc in my bag. I've been throwing this since we came out with this last year, and this exact one. And it's really beat up now, so it's really nice for stand-ups, late flips, just any sort of approach. In the wood, flick anhysers, and anything, flick rollers. It's just a real comfortable disc for me, and I use it for any sort of shot that's short, that requires putting it close to the bucket. Then I have 4 300 series special edition PA1s, which are my putters, and I have them. These 3. I like to have the same color stamp, same color disc, same weight. That way I don't have any sort of judgments on which one's the best. I just grab one of these, I don't think about it. They all fly the same. When I'm at home practicing, I've got a stack of 5 of these. They all fly the same. And that way I can get into a rhythm and not have to worry about which one is a little bit more overstable, which one's a little bit less stable. I just simplify the game by having 3 that are all fly the exact same. When I'm putting, I'll hold one in my offhand and I'll have one in my putting hand. So that way, it's just, I'm simulating what I do when I practice, which I have a stack of discs. I'll grab a disc, hold one in my other hand, and putt. So anyways, that's why I have 3 discs in my, the same putters in my bag, so that I can simulate what I do when I practice. And here's another PA1 300 series that is a little bit more beat up than these. And I use these for long jump putts and short approaches. It's really flippy, so with a little bit of spin, I can get it to jump putt up to 150 feet if I really need to. So it's really useful to have this in the bag, a trick shot utility putter that's really flippy. And that's my bag, that's the discs I have.